As the handcuffs clicked around his wrists, Jake felt the weight of betrayal crush him. His former colleagues had framed him for a crime he didn't commit, leading to his termination and imminent descent into a nightmare of divorce and imprisonment. Jake was a dedicated employee at a prestigious marketing firm, pouring his heart and soul into every project. However, jealousy simmered beneath the surface among some of his coworkers, envious of his success and recognition. One fateful day, a high-profile client's account went missing, along with a substantial sum of money. Despite Jake's innocence, evidence conveniently pointed towards him. The betrayal cut deep as he realized his coworkers had orchestrated the perfect setup to frame him. With his reputation tarnished and his career in ruins, Jake was unceremoniously fired from his job. The loss of income strained his marriage as financial worries mounted, and trust began to erode between him and his spouse, Sarah. As the pressure mounted, Jake found himself at odds with the legal system, fighting to prove his innocence against overwhelming odds. Meanwhile, Sarah struggled to cope with the sudden unraveling of their once happy life, torn between loyalty to her husband and the harsh reality of their situation. Months dragged on as Jake's battle for justice seemed increasingly futile. The strain took its toll on his marriage, pushing Sarah to the brink of despair. Doubt gnawed at her heart as she grappled with the uncertainty of Jake's innocence and the weight of their crumbling life together. In a moment of desperation, Sarah made a difficult decision, filing for divorce as a last resort to salvage what remained of her shattered hopes and dreams. The decision tore Jake apart, leaving him adrift in a sea of despair and loneliness. Just when all hope seemed lost, a breakthrough came in the form of new evidence that exonerated Jake. The truth finally came to light, revealing the real culprits behind the embezzlement scheme. With his name cleared, Jake set out to rebuild his life from the ashes of betrayal and deceit. Despite the pain and heartache they endured, Jake and Sarah found solace in each other's arms, their love stronger than ever in the face of adversity. Together, they vowed to leave the past behind and embrace a future filled with hope and redemption. As Jake walked out of the courtroom a free man, a sense of triumph washed over him. Though scars from the past lingered, he knew that he had emerged from the darkness stronger and more resilient than ever before. With Sarah by his side, he faced the unknown with courage and determination, ready to embrace whatever challenges lay ahead on the journey of redemption. With the weight of false accusations lifted from his shoulders, Jake embarked on the daunting task of rebuilding his life. Despite his vindication, the scars of betrayal ran deep, leaving him wary of trusting others. Sarah stood by his side, offering unwavering support and love as they navigated the rocky terrain of reconciliation. Together, they embarked on a journey of healing, determined to mend the fractured trust that had been shattered by the cruel hands of fate. Through tearful conversations and heartfelt apologies, Jake and Sarah began to rediscover the bond that had once united them in love. Slowly but surely, the wounds of the past began to heal, replaced by a newfound sense of resilience and hope for the future. Armed with newfound determination, Jake refused to let his wrongful accusation go unpunished. With the help of his legal team, he pursued justice with unwavering resolve, determined to hold those responsible for his suffering accountable for their actions. As the truth unfolded in the harsh light of the courtroom, Jake's former coworkers were exposed for their deceitful machinations. Justice was served as they faced the consequences of their betrayal, their careers and reputations irreparably tarnished by their greed and deception. Though the road to justice was long and arduous, Jake found solace in knowing that his perseverance had not been in vain. With closure finally within reach, he could begin to move forward, leaving the shadows of the past behind him once and for all. As the dust settled and the wounds of the past began to heal, Jake and Sarah stood together at the threshold of a new beginning. The trials they had endured had only served to strengthen their bond, forging a love that was unbreakable in the face of adversity. With a renewed sense of purpose, Jake set out to rebuild his career on his own terms, undeterred by the challenges that lay ahead. Sarah, together, they faced the future with courage and optimism, knowing that no matter what trials may come their way, they would weather the storm together. For in the crucible of hardship, their love had been forged into a force capable of overcoming even the greatest of obstacles. As Jake and Sarah looked towards the horizon, they knew that their journey was far from over. But with each step forward, they carried with them the lessons learned from their past trials and tribulations, their hearts filled with hope for the bright future that lay ahead. And though the road ahead may be fraught with uncertainty, they faced it together, hand in hand, ready to embrace whatever challenges may come their way, secure in the knowledge that their love would always light the way. With the legal battles behind them and justice served, Jake and Sarah focused on the delicate task of healing the emotional wounds left by their ordeal. Therapy sessions became a regular part of their routine, providing a safe space to unpack the trauma and rebuild their sense of security. As they delved into the depths of their pain and anguish, Jake and Sarah discovered newfound strength within themselves and each other. Through tears and laughter, they unearthed the resilience to confront their demons head-on, emerging stronger and more united than ever before. Forgiveness became a cornerstone of their journey towards healing, as they learned to release the bitterness and resentment that threatened to consume them. With each tender embrace and whispered apology, they let go of the past, making room for a brighter, more hopeful future. As Jake and Sarah navigated the tumultuous waters of recovery, they found solace in channeling their experiences into something positive. Inspired by their own journey of redemption, they became vocal advocates for justice reform, lending their voices to those who had been wronged by a flawed system. Through speaking engagements and community outreach efforts, Jake and Sarah sought to shine a light on the injustices that had nearly destroyed their lives. Their courage and resilience touched the hearts of many, igniting a spark of hope in those who had lost faith in the power of redemption. Driven by a shared sense of purpose, Jake and Sarah embarked on a mission to make a difference in the world, one heart at a time. With every life they touched and every injustice they exposed, they reaffirmed their commitment to fighting for truth, fairness, and equality for all. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Jake and Sarah found themselves standing on the precipice of a brighter tomorrow. The scars of their past had faded into distant memories, replaced by a newfound sense of peace and serenity. With a renewed sense of purpose and a love that had weathered the storm, they faced the future with optimism and hope. Together, they embraced the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead, secure in the knowledge that their bond was unbreakable and their hearts forever intertwined. As they looked towards the horizon, Jake and Sarah knew that their journey was far from over. But with each step forward, they walked hand in hand, guided by the light of their love and fueled by the promise of a tomorrow filled with endless possibilities. And so, the tale of betrayal and redemption came to a close, leaving behind a legacy of resilience, courage, and unwavering love. Though the road had been fraught with hardship and heartache, as they embraced the new chapter of their lives, they knew that they were stronger together than they could ever be apart. And as they looked towards the future with anticipation and joy, they knew that no matter what challenges may come their way, they would face them together, side by side, forever and always. Their story resonated with many who had faced similar trials, serving as a beacon of hope for those still struggling to find their way. Through their advocacy work and personal journey, Jake and Sarah inspired others to persevere in the face of adversity, reminding them that even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of light. As they settled into their new life, Jake and Sarah found joy in the simple moments they shared together. Whether it was a quiet evening at home or a spontaneous adventure, they cherished every moment, grateful for the second chance they had been given. Their love had been tested and proven true, standing strong against the trials and tribulations that had threatened to tear them apart. With each passing day, their bond deepened, solidifying their commitment to one another and to the promise of a future filled with love, laughter, and endless possibilities. And so, as they looked towards the horizon, Jake and Sarah knew that their journey was far from over. But with hearts full of gratitude and love, they faced the future together, ready to embrace whatever challenges and adventures lay ahead, secure in the knowledge that as long as they had each other, they could overcome anything life threw their way. As Jake and Sarah continued to navigate their journey together, they found themselves drawn to new opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Inspired by their shared experiences, they decided to embark on a new venture together, channeling their passion for storytelling into a platform for positive change. With Jake's expertise in video production and Sarah's background in advocacy, they launched a YouTube channel dedicated to sharing stories of resilience, hope, and redemption. Through their platform, they aim to amplify the voices of those who had overcome adversity, shining a light on the power of human resilience and the importance of standing up for what is right. Their channel quickly gained traction, attracting a diverse audience of supporters drawn to their authentic storytelling and unwavering commitment to social justice. With each new video, they sparked conversations, challenged perceptions, and inspired others to take action in their own lives. But amidst their newfound success, Jake and Sarah remained grounded in their shared values and commitment to each other. They made a conscious effort to prioritize their relationship, carving out time for date nights, weekend getaways, and moments of quiet reflection. As they continued to grow their channel and expand their reach, Jake and Sarah found fulfillment not only in their work, but also in the knowledge that they were making a positive impact on the world. Their journey had come full circle, leading them back to each other and to a shared purpose that filled their hearts with joy and gratitude. And so, as they looked back on the trials and tribulations they had faced, Jake and Sarah couldn't help but feel grateful for the journey that had brought them to where they were today. Together, they had weathered the storm and emerged stronger, wiser, and more in love than ever before. As they looked towards the future, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, hand in hand, with hearts full of hope and a shared vision for a brighter tomorrow. And as they continued on their journey, they did so with